Welcome back from that. We did briefly cross over to NTV Kenya to let you know the latest there as the results do continue to trickle in, and we will be letting you know whatever happens there. Keep it here on NTV. Well, today we will be speaking to people from Jumia. Jumia has just celebrated 5, that is Jumia Group, and in particular we'll have a focus on Jumia Travel and the contribution it has made to the hospitality industry in Uganda. But first, let's watch this video.
Everyday Life
is brought to you by StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
Well, the question was asked in that video, what are you waiting for? I'm asking myself, what am I waiting for to get that dream holiday? Well, joining me today are 2 gentlemen from Jumia as we talk to them about what Jumia is doing, Jumia Group, and of course, specifically Jumia Travel. Ron Kawamara, thank you very much for joining us. You've been here before, but Timothy Mugume, this is the first time that we have you, and you're from Jumia Travel. I feel I want to go to Hawaii, so how can you help me?
Well, we have, you can book through Poto to book your flight, and you can get also a few hotels through our partners that we're working with, and you'll be having such a great time. Aloha.
So that's aloha. Beautiful. So all I have to do is just go to your website, is that it?
Yes, all you have to do is go to travel.jumia.com, search for the airports that you're going for, so from Entebbe to Honolulu. Jumia Travel will give you a few the best flights, so in terms of you can get to choose the route you want to use and the cheapest flight or the most expensive depending on your taste if you want to have a good time in first class. And on top of that, you can get to also look for a hotel through extension through on our website, and you'll be able to be served quite very well and start your holiday.
Okay, tell us anyway more about Jumia Travel. We're talking obviously about travel abroad, but what about internal travel? What does Jumia Travel do for us locally, for Ugandans?
Well, Jumia Travel is online booking platform. So what that means is,
and we have the website, we have the page behind us here.
Oh yes, that is a beautiful website where you're able to have all your travel dreams come true and find your happy place. That's what we like to choose. We in Uganda have worked with 1,000 hotels and counting, and 25,000 hotels in Africa. What happens is when you want to travel for a business meeting, for a holiday, or even want to go up country to check on your relatives and you want to stay at a hotel, all you have to do is type in the area you want to go to, and you get a myriad of hotels that are there, depending on the price that you'd want. You can get
depending on the price I want.
Yeah, of course there are price points from
the
3-star hotels to the 5-star hotels.
Okay.
Yeah, so we cater for everyone. You will find hotels as low as 30,000 shillings going up, and I think that appeals to everyone. We do not want to demystify travel as being expensive. Going on a holiday is not an expensive. venture. All you have to do is it is the options that you're presented with that are very key.
So do you do like a safari? If someone says, I want to go to Windy, can you organize that for me?
Oh yes, we have quite a number of partners that we work with in...
including the transport and hotel and tour guides and everything?
Yes, we can do it. We partner with hotels that are providing these services and tour operators. We bring them together and provide very good packages.
Okay, and then let's talk about flying in East Africa, because that is, you know, a sticky point. You said you spend most of your time. I'm sure you collect lots of miles. East African flying is very expensive.
Yeah, I would say I think East Africa flying, actually any intra-Africa flying is very, very expensive. It's been said famously that the most expensive one-hour flight globally is between Nairobi and Entebbe.
True,
literally, the most expensive flight is between one-hour flight is between Kampala and Entebbe, and so we realized actually the many complicated situations. Most airports and most transport network across Africa was meant from the outside world to Africa for extraction, not for inter-Africa business network. So we find that flights between Africa are still very expensive, and I think Jumia is trying to fix that, trying to get the best available rates. And I think whether it's hotels, whether it's flights, Jumia Travel tries to find the best available rates. And on the hotel side, and not only do we try to negotiate good rates for our customers, but also we make sure that when these hotels have rooms they cannot fill, they cut the prices so our customers are able to get very good value for the money they pay. The same applies to flights. I think we try to be as competitive as possible. We want to be able to give our customers the best flights possible. And we see that travel within African countries is on the rise, and Jumia is trying to continue to be part of that one, but also be able to help lower the prices by giving more options, adding more competition, and obviously holding airlines and hotels accountable for the quality and the value of the price they offer.
Okay, that's very optimistic, really. And as you celebrate 5, I'm tempted to ask, are we going to see Jumia Airline in the future? But do tell us how the 5-year journey has been.
5 years have been exciting. I think we've started from a small company with not very well known, offering products that were not in the market already. So Jumia is a new product, whether it's food, whether it's travel, whether it's the Jumia the mall business or jobs. Any e-commerce in Africa is new, and so we realized that. So and it was a long journey of educating the market. It was a long journey of convincing vendors, small hotels, small restaurants, big suppliers, small suppliers. The one, you can sell online. 2, you can grow your business through e-commerce, and that it's a viable business opportunity. In fact, we had to even educate the regulators. Many of the regulators, like NITA, didn't know exactly how we work, how e-commerce works. And so we've also been able to engage the governments to make sure, one, they understand how we operate our businesses, and 2, how they can support us, not hinder us with excessive regulations. But I think we've been very strong partners with the regulators, and so it's been a journey of educating the market, our suppliers, sellers, the government, and obviously the customer, the consumer. For them to know that, one, you can trust products you buy online, you can trust the food you receive, you can trust to book a hotel and prepay, you can trust that you can book your flight and prepay that it's going to be there. And so that element of trust took a lot of time. We invested a lot of money in producing good products. Our applications are first class, our websites are first class, our customer service is exceptional. We really go the extra mile to serve our customers. We're happy to refund if items are not up to standard. We're happy to receive returns. So we've been taking a big step in instilling trust in our company and trust in the online business. And I think that for other companies that come after Jumia, they will find that we've done a good job educating the market, the Ugandan market. I'm
tempted to ask, are you actually a business or a social enterprise? But don't answer that. Don't answer that question. Do you get people? You have been here a couple of times. Do you get people saying, you know, I want to be part of Jumia. I have my restaurant, and I think I want my food. I want Kampalans, I want the people of Kampala to know what my food is. Do you get people, or like you, after this program, do you think you'll get people saying, oh, my hotel is not registered under Jumia? Do people come to you now, service providers, now that you've had your footprint here for about 5 years? Yeah, so I think when we started, it was very difficult to convince a hotel or a restaurant to list on Jumia.
and or sellers. But now, with the exposure we've had, with the good experience our customers have received, I think we've grown mainly because of the word of mouth. That people do see what we do. People do see that in their offices we deliver phones on time, we deliver TVs, we deliver food on time, high quality products. People book their flights and travels successfully, and so that has built some goodwill. And now we've moved from a time whereby we had to aggressively seek out partners, and now we've reached a point whereby partners do come to us and say, I want to list our products. And we do have a standard we uphold to, because we can't list everybody, precisely because we need to make sure that quality assurance, we need to make sure that our customers are protected, that the hotel you're saying is a standardized hotel, that the restaurant you're talking about is offering good food that meets up with KCCA regulations or any kind of regulations. That if you have, selling products like phones and TVs, you have a warranty, you have so we make sure that our customers are protected. And so there's a process, but yes, we do see suppliers coming to us now and trying to be part of Jumia, and we welcome that. We are not, Jumia is there to do two things. One, to offer sellers a chance to sell to people who they wouldn't reach otherwise through the internet, and two, to our customers to be able to buy products through the internet they wouldn't be able to get next door. And so it's a service that goes for two people, both the seller and the customer.
Okay. I'll ask you, Tim, what challenges have you faced running? You're the country manager at Jumia Travel. What challenges do you face?
Well, from the onset, it is with the how we are perceived by both our partners and the customers. And that's one of the things that we have greatly improved, and we have continued to improve. Most of our hotels, for example, think that we are competing with them when we are putting their services online. And I think it also goes to the restaurants and things like that.
That you're competing with them when you put their services online?
Yeah, but we're competing for the same customers, so we could be able to get customers. But it is much more than providing customers to a hotel or providing people who are going to buy food. It's about the sensitization. We do ratings and reviews where people are able to give feedback, and they're able to customize what they need, and getting this to work together, getting to increase the trust, where someone can ably pay for a hotel and get to show up. It also gets to affect our business, and I think we're doing much better in terms of trying to live up to the expectations of people, in terms of the services that they get, in terms of making sure our partners as well, the hotels, in this particular case, are able to come to the table and provide the services that they get to offer. So for example, if the hotel is fully booked, they should get to communicate so that the customer has a great experience. So managing the business can get a little bit difficult when you're communicating with a few people in remote areas, for example. And of course, my appeal to the government is to really get to improve on this infrastructure, on communication, so that we can be able to ably serve everyone. I think that's very key, because most of these remote areas have very beautiful hotels. For example, deep in the national parks.
Yeah.
It will be very difficult to reach them.
Jumia Travel, you have partnered with some people or some organizations.
Yes.
I guess you're heavily involved in the tourism sector. Tell us about your partnership with Nyege Nyege. Why that partnership?
Well, we believe that it is our job to promote tourism in Uganda in every aspect. Most people, when we talk about tourism, they think about wild animals, they think about...
Yes.
But tourism comes in many forms. So there is geographical tourism, there is ecotourism, where you get to see environments, and then most importantly, there's music tourism. Nyege Nyege is a festival, it's a very big festival. It was actually voted the 11th biggest festival in the world by Summerfest. And partnering with them exemplifies or shows that we are really up to really promote this kind of tourism. Of course, we have a number of hotels in Jinja where people will be able to come, stay, have a good time. However, we are going ahead and providing a whole package, a whole service. We're providing a transport whereby people are going to be picked up from Kampala, taken to Jinja. They will have a tent to experience the great life, because it's going to be at the Nile Discovery Beach. And then they'll have a ticket, of course, for the 3 days. And then on Sunday, they'll be brought back to Kampala. So all you have to do is go to there, buy the package. What this does is it shows the world that what Uganda has to provide is a lot. There are over 200 artists that are going to be there, and a lot of cultural dance groups from Uganda that are going to be from the different parts of Uganda that really get to show the spirit of the Ugandans.
Okay. An issue that we have talked about before when you've come here has been, payment. I do not know. Some of us, when we think of e-commerce, we think of Visa, we think of MasterCard, we think of basically credit or debit cards that people used to pay. And we know that, first of all, they tell, according to statistics, many Ugandans, a number of Ugandans don't have bank accounts, let alone having these Visa cards. You still accept payments in cash?
Yes, and well, we need to, is what I say, is that meet where the customer is. Don't have the customer come to you. And we see that most of our customers are comfortable not just paying cash, but they're most comfortable paying cash on delivery. Cash when they receive an item, cash when they receive food, cash when they arrive at the hotel, so that we give them that. We also know that many other customers prefer to pay online. Want to pay Visa, MasterCard, want to pay mobile money. I think now, so we have integrated mobile money on our platforms. So if you have an MTN subscriber, you're able to pay for all our services online using MTN mobile money. So you literally select online payments, mobile money, you type in your number, and you're good to go. But also we realize that people still want to pay mobile money on delivery, and so we give them those options. And now on the Jumia Food side and the Jumia Travel side and all the other Jumia companies, we are now rolling out Visa, MasterCard payment system to make sure that even though that we have a very small population of Ugandans who have banking, online banking, we know there's many more who would love to use it, and we want to encourage people to get an online banking and be able to pay using Visa, MasterCard. Okay.
As we come to the end of our interview, Tim, what would you say about, I mean, the advert was so enticing. I just feel, I need to take a holiday, need to put in my leave form. What's your message to Ugandans and all those watching? We have a lot of people actually watching in the diaspora. Lots of people watch this program online, probably want to come home for a holiday. What would you say to them?
Well, I would say that we've listened to the problems that you face about why you're not taking that holiday. So if I ask you right now, why are you not taking your holiday? We have listened, and Jumia Travel is here to
Did you help with visas? Because visas are an issue. Visas,
we are actually partnering with big companies out there, with a few airlines that are providing visa facilities. For example, if you want to travel within Africa, we're going to be working with
African visas, those ones are easy to get.
And across the world, of course, with the different, it's about the partnerships that you create that is going to help provide a one complete service that is going to help someone just get up in the morning, look for where they want to go, and the only thing that's going to stop them is how much they can get to afford. And even that, we're doing much better to try to provide as many options as possible. In this world, it is the more options that you provide, the more choices you provide to a customer, it makes them more accepting. So my plea to everyone is to embrace it, to embrace Jumia Travel, to embrace Jumia, because we're here to change the way business is done in Uganda and in the world overall. You'll be able to book your hotel just by one simple click. You'll be able to book your flight just by one simple click. You'll be able to choose from different meals just by one simple click. You'll be able to choose thousands of products but just by one simple click. So this is something that the world has been waiting for. The world is moving to a mobile technology embrace world. Everyone is going to be able to do everything with their mobile hands.
Especially, mobile.
Just to add briefly to that, is, I think as Ugandans, we need to look at travel as very important. Most of us Ugandans have not traveled to see our own country. You find I live in Kampala,
but
I've never been to Jinja, I've never been to Murchison Falls, never been to Queen Elizabeth, never been to Semliki. And so as a country, we don't travel within our countries. And you find a tourist who comes here for 3 weeks, they know Uganda more than we do. And so we encourage Ugandans to travel from within. I think all this, to jump on Jumia Travel, there's plenty of different price points for everybody. Literally, we have a hotel for everybody. Whether it's interest, taste, or money, we have something for you. And we encourage people to travel Uganda, love Uganda, see Uganda, know Uganda. And I think Jumia Travel can help you do that.
Yeah, getting rid of the Kampala stress sometimes. Kampala can be a bit too much, but we do have a beautiful country, gifted by nature, really no excuse not to travel now. It's just a very simple click. Go to Jumia. You can just even Google Jumia, but this is Jumia Travel .com. Jumia Foods is there. We did play the ad. I don't know if we can play it as we conclude, but really thank you, Ron. Thank you, Timothy, for sharing Jumia's journey. And what next for Jumia? What are we going to see?
Well, continue to educate the market, to grow our products, to optimize our services. I think we'll continue to give an exceptional service, add more services to our products, serve more people, and I think grow the economy. Support our local hotels, support our local restaurants, support our local sellers. So you'll see that Jumia is going to be a big, big part of the economy, both online and offline, precisely because we see our mission as serving Ugandans and obviously helping the small businesses grow their businesses. And so it's a two-way street here. So
I think politicians watching should be happy. Yeah, these are the people we want as we head towards middle income status.
Definitely.
Well, we have got to end it there this morning. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Everyday Life on Morning at NTV.